Guys, let's address our next topic here. Of course, we got other news on the same day. We got to talk about Mr. C3PO because I found this really, really interesting for a couple of different reasons. One of them being that the Attack of the Clones version was announced, right? And all of us, most of us, were looking at it saying, that's not my C3PO though. That's not the one we wanted. So Hot Toys just like released one that we didn't really want. That had to have something to do with Sideshow, right? But at the end of the day, now we got the one we want. And it's funny, I still saw some comments like, oh, I'll wait for the Empire version. Like it's like guys.
What?
Guys. And so I saw some people like claiming too, like maybe the paint apps weren't quite as gold or whatever. I'm like, guys, this is as good as it gets. Okay. Like this is like we've waited so long just to get us through C3PO. And if now you're not going to pick this one up, maybe just don't really care that much about C3PO, which is fine. Because to me, he's kind of like probably a tier 4 character. But I feel like I need him in my collection because I have R2. And he's such an iconic Star Wars character. Like, honestly, most people, if you ask them, you know, they probably say Darth Vader first. Who do they know in Star Wars, right? But they probably say C3PO and R2D2 probably in the top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
For sure.
So those are like very iconic. They're in every Star Wars film from what I remember besides Rogue One. But as far as like this, the 9 films, right? So, but Riley, I want to ask you, will collectors commit, and are you going to commit to this C3PO? Because I think I'm going to pre-order this. It's just a matter of when. I haven't done it yet, but I am going to get this. Riley, are you going to commit? Do you think collectors will jump on board here?
Yeah, well, first I'd say, yeah, I'm committing 100%. And I do think collectors will commit for sure. And it's funny, Doc's made a hilarious comment. He said, is that 3PO flipping the bird at me? And now I can't unsee it. It looks like he's flipping us
he
off
is, bro.
right
He
now. It's an amazing announcement. I mean, like you said, so many people were. I'm a prequel, like, diehard fan. And when we got the Attack of the Clones anniversary, I was like, no, like, that's not my C3PO. I know a lot of people did like that. It's awesome for them. But for me, I was like, the iconic, I only need one C3PO. I can't do 2. There's no chance. And this is the exact one I was waiting for, the all gold version. And we finally got it. We got a Salacious Crumb, which I'm shocked by. I didn't expect that. So that's pretty cool to see. But overall, I think collectors will commit to this. I'd even seen people say, yeah, like, I'm canceling my Attack of the Clones one, which I don't know why, because I feel like everyone was expecting this to finally come. Like, if you wanted to get a C3PO, you should have just waited for this because it was inevitable. So this is just the ultimate C3PO in my eyes. For people waiting for Empire, like you said, I don't know about that. I mean, Kiko would be pissed off at that statement. you got to have it the earliest you can. So this gold C3PO to me is it's coming home 100%. Diecast, I think it's like you said 325 or something like that. So I mean, that's not too bad, honestly. I mean, it's a diecast figure, so it's pretty nice. I'm definitely getting it. Very hype announcement. I think, like I said, collectors definitely are going to commit to this because everyone's waiting for that all gold version of C3PO, and we finally got it. And for Return of the Jedi version, I just feel like, yeah, it's definitely coming out. I know a lot of people said the torso might be too long, like the wiring on it. I don't know if that's true or not to scale because I know in the film, I think it was different in Return of the Jedi. He had a little bit longer torso, but maybe this is a little too long. I don't know if they'll update that, but overall, I don't care, man. It's coming home. This is a amazing figure, and yeah, you get Salacious too. Maybe even a Jabba. I don't know if Hot Toys are hinting at a Jabba the Hutt. That would be pretty insane, but yeah, pretty exciting stuff, man.
I think it's going to happen, bro. And of course, obviously, they're teasing an R2. I mean, we've had a ton of R2s, but I think you're going to get another R2. I'm still shocked, Optical, to this day that they are not doing a 2-pack for these two. Like, it seems like the most obvious 2-pack in the world. But what do you think, Optical? Are you going to commit to the C3PO, and do you think people will? Because, you know, this is your opportunity. Everyone's been, you know, clamoring for a C3PO for as long as I can remember, and now we finally got one.
I hope they do. Because if they don't, then they won't see the C3PO that they're looking for. What are people clamoring for? The Empire? Is that?
Well, it's just, I don't know. Maybe they're wanting a slightly different one. Like Riley said, maybe the torso is a little bit too long for them or something. But I feel like we're nitpicking at that point. You know, like we just got a C3PO. It looks great. Let's just be happy, right?
Yeah, I mean, because it does happen. Like, look at Mando. Everyone, like, the Mando is just chromer now. Like, he's shinier now, and people bought it still, right? So they could release another 3PO that is shinier, and I guess they're gonna change the head sculpt a little bit. You know, it's like, oh, now you can remove the arms and you can recreate that scene where it's disassembled or something. You know, they could still do that, but there's no guarantee that that's going to happen because this is not Mandalorian. You know, some people will be like, hey, I guess it depends on the sale of this one and also the previous C3PO. Because what if they don't sell? Like, why would that? I mean, Hot Toys can still do it, I suppose, but now you're in a murky territory there where like, you're waiting for something that might or might not happen. But with that being said, like, what's your other option here? Go the sideshow route, which is, I guess, fine. But this is diecast. People have been waiting for it. Is it really worth the extra shine to hold off and potentially miss out on this? I don't know if you're gonna miss out on this. I think they're gonna create a billion of this, but still, I mean, it's what in front of you right now. Is there any? I can't see it. Maybe the abdominal section is longer or whatever, but it's not gonna ruin it for me. I'm gonna get it. Probably not day one. I'm gonna sit and wait and see what happens to this, but it looks good to me. So
I mean, optical 324 is not bad at all.
We talked about that. Like, Hot Toys is on point with their pricing nowadays. You shouldn't be surprised that this one came out. I was like, oh man, why didn't I pre-order the silver one? No, you pre-ordered the silver one because you like the look. That we all knew this was coming. All they gotta do is change the paint or maybe some little things here and there. But this is for now the C3PO that everyone's looking for. If you get that 10% again, the one that
they keep advertising it to us,
popping up.
the one that Will keeps on ignoring, then
dude, if they give it to me for C3PO, I'm in, baby. I got my pre-order.
10% off. Come on.
Yeah, I know. But so, guys, do you think that this second head sculpt with the eye coming out is anyone gonna use that?
I don't think so.
I don't.
It's gonna sit in the box.
Because I mean, we've waited this long for a C3PO, and you have one C3PO on your display. Are you gonna put him like this?
I mean, it's unique for sure, but
cool,
I think I have like Salacious kind of like on him, like maybe finicking with his eye, but other than that, like for a photo, for something for sure. But at the end of the day,
this is how
you're gonna use the other one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah. So that's why, yeah. Let me know in the chat, guys. Is anyone gonna use that second head sculpt? I guess it's kind of cool. I'm almost glad that they didn't include it and take like $25, $30 off the price. It's kind of like I'm never gonna use that. I'm never. Right. It'd be cool for a photo, maybe, but like you said, Riley. But yeah, I'm gonna commit to this. I think so. We're all three committing eventually, right? It's just a matter of
gotta have this.
Yeah. I want to get this guy. He's die cast, beautiful looking. It's you can see though. It's like the sideshow one. You could see when he's not lit up, his eyes are like that, right? You can see them kind of vaguely behind there. So you just got to keep him lit up every so often. But hopefully, the light up function is pretty consistent and good and better than some of the other figures. The sideshow one, the batteries lasted a pretty long time. So, and all you did was, I don't know if you had that one, but you just kind of tap the head and the light turns on and off.
Oh,
so it was pretty cool. So maybe Hot Toys can use something like that instead of.
I don't know if they're doing USB or not, but
that would be
batteries?
That'd be great. Cool. Well, I mean, everyone who paid $800 for the Tamashii Nation or whatever is probably like, wow, fuck my life. But it's
that was up in value too, because like Hot Toys never did it. So it was
not that it's not a great figure, but so is this for $300. So
totally
10%. Oh,
10% off.
Damn it. I missed it again. All right, guys. Well, let us know in the chat what you're thinking about this C3PO. It sounds like to me that everyone is on board with it. So it should be pretty interesting.